You wanna say hi to everybody? Huh? Because you're kind of famous over here. Everybody's looking at you in the videos. He is the one that makes the mess for us, guys. He's the future influencer. He's so cute. Early, we'll still be up at 3 in the morning. Myself going back to vinegar, Dawn soap, and Clorox. For now, we're renting. And this is one thing that I get not bothered, but a little bit bothered. I don't know how to explain how I feel about it. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a Q&A. It's been a long time I haven't done a Q&A, and I have a lot of new subscribers. Not everybody watches the videos like, every time I post. So they are curious, and I'm just so happy to answer them. I didn't get so many questions because it was on YouTube community, so it wasn't as like Instagram, So before this video is too long, let me just get right into it. We actually talked about this last year. I even mentioned it to my husband. I'm like, I want to go to Georgia. And the reason being is because my brother-in-law lives over there, and I have never been there. I have not been in many places, to be honest, but I just wanted to go and see him and see what Georgia is like. We actually wanted to do it this summer. It's not looking pretty good right now because nobody expected for the prices to go really like up there. So we still kind of in the but if that happens, I'll be so happy to go see him and meet his dog and like just to see what's out there. We were able to get in this house because we were looking somewhere to rent. This is one thing that I get not bothered, but a little bit bothered. I don't know how to explain how I feel about it, but it's like I told you guys so many times, and I keep getting this question, and I rent this house. We did not build it. We did not just imagine this to be our like home forever, or we just hire for rent. The rent here is $1,200 and something. It went up because of everything, right? And over there, a house like that was just not even this big. So we went out of the town from Oklahoma City to Yukon, Mustang to see what was out there, and we found one, and it was the same price, and it was a new house. And because it's new, I can see why people think we bought this house, but no. I actually know that a lot of YouTubers they are always moving. I don't even know how they do it. It's just like, I don't even know, because like, how can you buy house to house to house and keep moving? I just don't see that. Like, and when people see me in this house, like, oh, Shirley bought her house, and just another YouTuber. And this house we appreciate very much, very much. But I do see ourselves in a house that is gonna be for us, and I'm just gonna leave that to God. For now, we're renting, and we are going to stay here until when they kick us out. Because that's what we usually do. We waited for the lease to be up over there. We had to get out. House before that house, the same thing. They were gonna sell it, so we just got out. So hopefully we stay here for a long period of time for us to be able to not only be done with the credit being really good, but have a good amount of money so we can just buy a house instead. Actually, no, and there's a reason for it. I am traumatized. So in the previous house, like, if you are an OG, then you know my situation or what happened. And actually this year, I just got done paying the old house damages, and they were really petty, and they charged me, and I had to make payments $1,500 for damages when I believe that I fixed somehow that house. And since this house is a newer house, new everything, it's just I don't see myself putting holes for me to put frames up. I know there's like command hooks and command strips for you to hang stuff like that, but I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's like I want to, but then I don't want to, because I still have that fear in me, if you know what I mean. Our plans for us to do before we even get to decorating is to paint the walls. I don't know if you have noticed on my videos, you can see the walls being really dirty. I have 4 kids, And this paint is the dry paint, the one that is like water based. So it looks fancy, but when it's dirty, you cannot clean it. It's just a hassle. So when it comes to college and, you know, plans when it comes to school for my husband, he does not, it's not like we don't have communication about it. It's more like he has this plan that nobody can get him off to. So he's doing like class to class every, you know, semester. And he's going back this fall semester actually, and he's gonna take one class as well. He wants to make sure to have a really good grade instead of taking multiple classes and him failing one because he didn't have the time or the focus. My man, my husband is so amazing, so supportive, so loving, such a kind-hearted person that he wants to have school, make sure to have the job to provide, make sure to have a amazing relationship with me and the kids. So he just has everything separated, and he doesn't want to focus just on one thing only. So which is why he just takes advantage of the free time sometimes, does school, has two jobs. And right now he's, you know, the semester has been done and over with, so he's gonna go back on fall. So it's just like the way he does things, I admire that. He's very organized person, a clean person, like what, I can't complain. And the way he's doing it is working out for him. It might take longer for him to graduate, but at the end of the day, he's going to do it on his terms. And you can't fight that, you know? My husband is going to school for business. Yes, he is, because we want to do a cleaning business. I think that's just something that makes sense, not only because of YouTube channel, but because his second job is actually cleaning. And what not better way than just own a cleaning business, have YouTube content of cleaning. Like, it just makes sense, and he can finally be his own boss. I think that would be a goal for sure. We have that in mind. We gotta get on track on things, and before that happens. But yeah, that's, he's going for business. He's not just going to get the business degree for the cleaning business, but because there's more opportunities out there. If he wants to do something else, he'll be able to have a degree for it. And now these days, if you want to make a good amount of money all year, you had to have some sort of degree, you know, like that's what he tells me. It's kind of like motivation to me, you guys, because my sister graduated yesterday, and since I was little, I always wanted to graduate myself, and a lot of things happened in between, and I didn't even get to graduate. So one of the main reasons, actually, I'm not gonna leave you hanging. One of the main reasons actually that I didn't graduate was because my Spanish. If I was to be in Mexico of graduation, I would have graduated with no problem. But my English was so bad that I was like failing anyway, which led me to, it's a whole thing, guys. It just, like, leave it like that. And so my husband's second job is where I actually used to work with him. We used to work together, but I have always mentioned this in videos, there's no babysitting. And maybe because, I don't know, you guys, I think it's a me problem. As like, I don't trust my kids with anybody, even if it's a friend. I just don't. And I think eventually I just have to let go. It's not, I see so many crazy things in the world, you know, like babies dying all the time, and daycare is being so just sad situations that it just freaks me out. That's why I even stopped watching the news, because there's just so much going on in the world that I'm just like, man, like, and I brought my kids to this generation, you know, it's scary, it really is. And I don't have a babysitter. And if it was to somebody say, hey, I will babysit your kids for you, it works out for the first, you know, I don't know, month or two, and then it just, something happens and they can't do it no more. Or it's just like, I had to stick with YouTube. Like, that's all I can do to help my husband on bills. And I had to just suck it up and work with the kids at home. But I feel like as soon as they all go to school, it would be so much easier. Therefore, I had to leave that job and just focus on the kids. So that's why my husband is really sticking to the 2 jobs, and I'm really trying, you guys. I'm really trying to push YouTube out there, but YouTube is not on my favor right now. And instead of me giving up, I'm just gonna still just push through, and I'm just gonna leave it to God's hands, to be honest. I am currently 27, going to turn 28 on June the 20th, and I have 4 kids. And I actually was planning to do a video of my whole situation with my surgery, because I never really explained what happened with my surgery. But basically my surgery was for me not to have any more kids, or for them to cut the tubes, and I just wanted to be done with it, which I really thought it was going to be better, but it kind of made my health a little bit more uncomfortable. And I'm still trying to see if it's because of my surgery or because of the birth control that I have for 3 months before the surgery. It's a whole story. That's why I gained a lot of weight, because of the birth control. I was so skinny still after I had my last baby, and I got on birth control, and my body changed completely, drastically. I had to do a video about it, but I don't know if I should, because at this point nobody's really watching my videos. Yeah, I'm calling you out if it's not you. I do have my real MVPs though. I'm just saying, the ones that don't. So this is actually my office, right? But this is actually the boys' room. Now, boys are very clingy to the mother. So Denzel currently sleeps on the couch, or sleeps with us, sleeps on the floor. Like, that boy does not care where he sleeps, but most likely if he's on the couch or on the floor, he goes to mama's bed. My husband works 2 jobs. He leaves at 4 in the morning and comes back like at 9, almost 10 at night at times. So my husband sleeps with us for 3-4 hours and then goes back to work again. So the bed is just me and the boys. And once they get old enough, or Denzel starts to ask for a bed, or him starting to be just a kid, to have his own space, we are gonna do that, to have their own beds here for them to sleep. I have never been that type of mother, which is nothing wrong with it, that has their own room and crib and all this, because I get so much anxiety by it, since like I actually lost an aunt that way, where she was a baby and the next day she wasn't just not breathing. So I get that, and even if my kids are asleep, I still check on them for them to be breathing. It's just a thing of mine, and whenever they're ready, that's when I do it. It's like potty training too. Whenever I see the signs and I know they're ready to do it, I focus on that. But other than that, I don't force it. But eventually, this is going to be the boys' room. Eventually. Not yet. I don't see it coming, at least the next year or so. But since he's starting school this year, I'm hoping that he requests for the room, because I don't want to spend money on a bed and doing all these things for the YouTube video, and he's not even going to be in it. It's just going to be more cleaning. I mean, I already do cleaning. What I mean, you know what I mean. That's like buying all these things for his room, and at the end of the day, he just takes everything out and he's not even here, or don't want to be in here. I hope I'm explaining myself right. My children act like they don't know Spanish, but they do. They just choose to ignore it. And lately I had a conversation with my oldest, which she's 9, and I was like, Zoe, I was watching a novela, and it reminded me of a lot of my Spanish. That's like my first language. And me marrying a man that does not speak Spanish, and school, and my channel being English, I'm losing the touch of Spanish, and I don't like that. So I'm practicing Spanish with them now, and they look at me like I'm crazy, but they get me. So hopefully they get the memo that I'm trying to speak to them in Spanish, because eventually my whole dream, like right now, they're still small. They're like sponges, they're gonna absorb everything. So I'm gonna focus on speaking to them more in Spanish, because I want my father to be able to communicate with them. Like, they say hi to each other, hola, ¿cómo estás? Like, abuelito, like just normal words, but a full-blown conversation, they don't. So those That's actually my goal for the next 5 years, for them to know some sort of Spanish and be able to communicate with my dad. And that'd be really awesome. Now, if they choose later on in life not to speak Spanish at all, then that's on them. But I kind of want to bring my roots back, not only within myself, but my kids. I think that would be pretty cool. But they do know Spanish, they just don't want to speak it. There's no secret to it, to be honest. I feel like your body just adjusts to certain times. Grandma used to wake up at 3 in the morning every day. And on the weekend, she will wake up at the same time. Like, even if she tried to sleep in, she couldn't, because she was so used to that eventually she just started making tamales. By 10 o'clock, she was done like selling them and stuff. Like, I always saw that side of my family always being up so early. And when they tried to be waking up late in the mornings, they just couldn't. They would get a headache. I think your body just knows you. And when my husband and I met at Hobby Lobby, actually, we used to wake up at 3 in the morning to go to work at Hobby Lobby, which my husband still does after 9 years. And him having all these alarms for him to wake up, we all got used to it. So even when we go to sleep late or early, we'll still be up at 3 in the morning. And I think that's just, it's good, but then it's bad, because before the day is over, we're like all tired and exhausted. I feel like your body just gets used to it, whatever you teach it. Actually, this happened basically accidentally. I'm sure my husband doesn't want us up at 3 in the morning, but we're up because he's up. Sometimes we do sleep in and it's amazing, but when we don't, we just suck it up and we just do what we have to do at 3 in the morning. So we have been married for 4 years and been together for 9 years. And a lot of people actually do ask me this, like, how you guys are too cute together. You guys, we argue every day. I'm a Latina, you know what I'm saying? So we do argue a lot, and it's what makes us cute in a way too, because we argue for the dumbest things ever, especially because of me. Like, I get mad for the little things, and then he just like, you're too much sometimes, but I love your ass. So we keep the excitement by, we compromise a lot. We always meet in the middle. We do never pick sides, or when it comes to money, we're not like, this is my money, this is your money. We put everything in the middle. Kids, decisions, anything you can think of, in the middle. His opinions matter, my opinion matters. What do we think? What can we make out of this problem? What can we make of this situation? Or what do you think of this plan? Or like when it comes to school, like we have to, you know, we always talk about it or how we feel about things. And then we're like, okay, well, we can do this and we can do that. I think that's like my best advice when it comes to marriage, to meet in the middle. Everybody says 50-50. No, give your 100 to each other. And together, it's like, you know, it's a team. You are a team, and it works best that way. Now, if you want a little bit more spice, put God first. That's one thing that really completely changed our marriage, our lives, our individual selves, to be better for the one another. Putting God first on everything. I'm just telling you the facts and the truth. Don't be like, oh, here she is talking about God. Don't be mad. Let's stick around. We appreciate moments with each other when we're like together. Like sometimes I'm reading and he's watching a football game or basketball game. We just accompany. Like, it's not really, you're not gonna hear me say, oh, we go to clubs and we go and do this, we go to hotels. It's none of that. Our priority is our family. We're always at home, or we always just doing things together when we do go somewhere or go out. That's like our thing. We're a homebody people, and there's nothing bittersweet than that, you know? I was like that too. As a growing up teenager, I till this day still struggle with myself with clutter in areas. Like, I'm not gonna get rid of that because I'm going to use it, or I'm gonna need this next time, so I'm gonna save it right here. And as a kids, you do that a lot because you just want to make, it's your room, it's your own space. So it's like, don't throw this away, don't throw that away. I stopped filming my girls' room, like me cleaning it, because they're responsible. They liked their room clean, But it's more like my oldest that likes the room clean and gets mad at Hazel because Hazel is the middle child. Basically, she's just the opposite of all the family. She does not cleaning. She leaves mess behind when she's just doing anything. She cries when she needs to pick up. And because of her, I make sure to put everybody to do something every day. Like that, she has to make sure to pick up all the toys, all the house, pick up all the toys every evening. Zoe picks up trash from the floor. Stuff that does not belong on the floor, like shoes, remotes, pillows, etc., blankets. And then Zoe picks up the trash, whatever because it's all their mess, you know. So, and Zoe actually vacuums too. And I do the kitchen, you know, and do the mopping. So that's what we do for them to have some sort of responsibility. And I feel like if you want to start with something small for them to do, encourage them instead of making them feel like you're just demanding, you know, because yes, you are the parent, and yes, they are going to listen to you because you are the parent, but it will be more amazing if you respect them for them to respect you. Because I had to sit down with them and I told them, look guys, I am tired. Mommy's trying to work, daddy's at work, and this mess is out of line. I need help, you know, I need help. I need you guys to, if you don't want to help, you don't want me to be overwhelmed, sad sometimes, because sometimes when it's just like this every day and then I have to clean for 2 hours straight sometimes without filming, it gets tiring. So I told them how I felt, and then they told me how they felt. Because Denzel doesn't like a dirty house, so he will be on me like, mommy, why is not clean? Why is not clean? Well, don't make a mess. Simple as that. But whenever I came to their level, like, look, I'm tired and I can't do this by myself. I don't live here alone. Everybody lives here. Everybody eats. Everybody goes to the restroom. Everybody showers. Everybody lives here, and they'll have their own space. So they helped me, and they came to understanding when I put their names, and I told them and I told them and encouraged them, look, your names are right here. Every time you get a check mark, it will be great. But if you get certain amount of X's, which they do still because they're barely learning, I told them you might not get a gift depending on how many X's you get. So they're on it. And then when they do everything, I don't even have to tell them anymore. They just look at the time, they know it's time to clean, and they even put the marks themselves. So if they're all grown girls, I don't know you guys because I'm not there yet to give you an advice. My mom has teenager girls and they're fighting for everything. So I feel like if you do start in an early age, it will help in the long run. But if you're already there, then just talk to them. Talk to them one-on-one, see how they feel, how you feel, and make it happen. Like, I have been cleaning for a while, having a cleaning channel, so I'm constantly trying products. I came to the conclusion that nothing is better than vinegar, lemon, and Clorox. Not only just Clorox, but like minimal. Like, if I wasn't to have a cleaning channel, I would just literally be cleaning with vinegar, water, and essential oils. But since I'm trying the new things, and I don't even know why, I get curious too because I just want to know. I have tried so many home products that don't have any of the harsh chemicals and stuff, but I always see myself going back to vinegar, Dawn soap, and Clorox. I think those are like my 3 must-haves. And then extra one will be Selma's toothbrush. It always comes in handy, so it's a must-have too. A 5th one should be more like a degreaser, like the Dawn heavy duty degreaser will be great. But to be completely honest, if I was to have that type of money to just spend $50 every time I finish a bottle of the Big Boss, I got the name, and I always forget to buy it because it's $50. That product itself is $50. It will totally be worth it if it was you buying it instead of a cleaning channel buying it, because you are cleaning more constantly and using more product than I should, and therefore it goes by quick. So if it was you to buy it and just use it as normal you would other products, it will last you for a long time. If it was up to me, having the type of money for me to spend every week or every 2 weeks to buy that product, it would be the Big Boss. For sure, hands down. I highly recommend that product. It's a natural cleaner, it's a degreaser. You can use it for laundry, you can use it for anything, you name it. And I miss it, but I'd rather have $50 worth of groceries right now than that cleaning product, so I just use what I have. When we actually first moved here, we were the last house in the neighborhood, and now there's houses all the way around that meets another neighborhood, and they even built in a park, and they're working on that park to make it to another park to have to be a water park, I believe. So it's growing like crazy. But I noticed that a lot of people that are moving in here are actually owners, that they built the house, they designed it as they want it, so they're like more homeowners. And the company that they rents this house has a lot of houses like over there renting as well. But since prices are going up, it's not easy to just move into one of these houses. And we just came at the right time. God was holding this house for us, to be honest. Nobody was renting it. It was on here for the longest time until we came in. So if my mom was to move out here, she will have to like the price, or she wouldn't. That's where she remains, in a trailer right now, and she loves it. I mean, she's buying it. I would too. I would love the trailer if I was buying it. This is what I really appreciate about my life, that we are not the type of people to, you know, focus so much on materialistic things, because at the end of the day, when you die, you ain't gonna take anything. We care about the memories, what we have, how much we have grown on things, and what we do have, we just take care of it. You having a roof on your head is a big deal. It really is. But hopefully one day my mom will be able to get a house as big as this, if she ever decides. I mean, I can't make her, but she loves her trailer. She's buying the trailer, so it's kind of hard for you to tell a mom that is making her goal going on great to just take her out of it. But who knows? So are you still here yet? Because probably a lot of people already exit out. But if you're still here, make sure you comment a rose. Comment a rose for me, and you will be the real MVP for sure. And I'm going to make sure to put those comments in the screen on the next video. Actually, no. Let me explain why. No, that sounded so ungrateful. It's more like there's really nothing to do here. All we get is tornadoes every May, every season. You know, March, April, May now is taking over. We get so many tornadoes. The weather's just crazy all the time. It's just, it's crazy. Because I was talking to my husband at that whenever it's like, he's like, if I graduate on business, I'll be able to just work for my brother, because he has, I don't know exactly what he does as like his job position, but I do know that he does blueprints. So it's a pretty good job. If I was to work with him, will you move with me? And I was like, yeah, why not? And then we can't, because I share custody with my oldest daughter, Zoe, and her father. So maybe one day when she's a teenager or all grown up, or maybe we do move out of this state, that would be pretty cool. So YouTube is great. You have to make sure to start YouTube for good intentions, not start YouTube because you're gonna make money, because it takes a long time for you to make money on YouTube. And there's just so many things when it comes to YouTube. Like, you have to pay for editing apps sometimes. You have to make sure to pay for the music. The struggle is real with YouTube, you guys. If you don't keep YouTube happy, everything goes down. Everything, like money, ads, everything that you think people are making money, it goes down. If you're not active enough, or let's say you took a month off because whatever personal matter, YouTube does not care about none of that. And the money is so inconsistent. One month you can make $1,000, and one month you can make $300. And that's how my channel has been lately. It has been 700, 300, 200, 500, 800. All this, like this year and the last months of last year, I have been making like literally just money like that. And I'm not gonna sit here and complain about it, because it's still money. It's still helping with bills. It's still helping with getting groceries, with the car payment. So it's something, you know, it's basically like a part-time at this point. And if I was to make money, $2,000, maybe $3,000 one day, I feel like my husband wouldn't have to work a second job. But since we have that situation, that just tells you how much YouTube is like. It's so inconsistent. You cannot rely on YouTube. You can never rely on YouTube, especially when you know you had to pay a certain amount of rent each month. Unless you, I mean, when you do see a big YouTuber and they're making money like crazy, it's not because of YouTube like that. It's more like sponsorships or just whatever they invest in. It can be merch, it can be their side hustle as like a small business on the side, and YouTube is just to help promote out there. There's just so many things when it comes to YouTube, you guys, that a whole side that you don't even know. And I'm just blessed to have YouTube as it is. Regardless if it's $100, it's still something for my kids to have in their mouths, so I'm gonna take it. It was kind of like love at first sight. It was beautiful. We always talk about it. We always talking about it, and we love memories more than anything. And the way we met, we're actually, because he didn't used to acknowledge me, and that bothered me a lot. All the guys in there were trying to get my number, trying to talk to me. They will make up lies about me, saying that I will go party with them and drink, and I was at the apartment or something. Like I was the talk. I just started working there, and you know how guys are sometimes when they're single. And he was like, I don't want nothing to do with her. She probably already doing all kinds of things, and he was already judging me without even knowing me. But I was like, he's different. He don't even acknowledge me. He don't say hi to me. He don't talk to me. He don't look at me. Like, I'm talking about, he was driving, beep 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 beep. And I'm like, So he was saying hi to my friends, but not to me. And I'm like, I confronted him like, do you have a problem with me? Like, he goes, no, I don't. So I'm like, okay, so why are you saying hi to everybody but not me? Like, I'm here too, you know? I'm not saying to talk to me or be friends, but you can kind of say hi, unless you really don't want for me to talk to you, even look at you. And then he started coming around. I mean, what can I say? And it's just the cutest thing, you guys. I love him so much. 9 years, and we're already planning like our future gray days, to be honest. And I just can't wait to grow old with him. Oh, I actually talked to my husband about this. I was like, people miss me cleaning my mom's house, people's houses, and then I got pregnant. And then COVID happened. So all those plans just went into the drain because I just couldn't do it. It wasn't possible. Mom's house, she's not embarrassed. She's not embarrassed her house or how she lives, neither I. But the internet is so cruel right now, or it how it's been, so cruel that I don't want to set up my mom for that. I don't want for her to see the video and look at the comments. I will hate to see her depressed about it and more concerned about how her house looks, instead of me seeing her comfortable in her home, bragging what she got or how it looks. And my mom, she's getting older, so she's the one who taught me how to clean. So best believe she wants her house clean. So I do help her off camera as much as I can when I do go visit her. But she's not the same. She cannot be on her knees and scrubbing floors. She cannot be climbing on chairs like she used to, moving, you know, stuff around like she used to. And you might say, well, you have your sisters, they can help. My sisters ain't me. My sisters ain't me. Yes, I said what I said, Adela and Diana. They're not me. I feel like the way I was raised was different than them. And because I grew up with my mom struggling on doing a lot of things, my mom relied on me a lot when it came to cleaning or babysitting in Mexico. So it's a whole different thing. So yes, they do clean, but they don't clean like me. So at the end of the day, whenever people don't clean the way you clean, you can see little buildup on little areas that only the owner of the house that lives here notices it, you know? So I'm not gonna go at my sisters and scream at like, you should help mom clean and this and this and that, because they do what they can. And they're not gonna clean like me, and my mom can't teach them how my mom cleans because she's at work, and it's just a whole thing. And I just don't want my mom to feel So sad. And actually one of my videos that went viral on my YouTube channel was cleaning my mom's house, and it was dirty. It was really dirty. It's whenever she was at bed rest, she had something to do with her ovary section, and she could not even move from the bed. So I had to go and help her. Like I said, my sisters don't clean like I clean. So I'm not bashing my sisters either. I mean, they're learning as they grow up. You're not gonna just, I don't know, just don't come at my sisters. Don't come at my sisters, please. They're doing what they can. At the end of the day, you know, I'm just grateful that they're focusing on school, and my sister just graduated yesterday. So they'll come around whenever it comes to cleaning and be able to have a house good to go. Since she lived in that house, that's when everything went downhill, because her body is not the same. She can't do what she loves to do. She loves to clean. Every weekend she was with that music on and just deep cleaning everything. She was really a clean person, and now she doesn't stand for it to be dirty. She does what she can. My sister do what they can, and at the end of the day, if they're happy, they're happy. And I don't want to come over here, send us tubers and stuff, and at the end of the day, an awesome video can be a completely disaster for them to see how people are talking bad about them. So let's move on for the next question. So this one really touched my heart this morning, because you know, I have been thinking a lot lately that people get bothered when I talk about God. People get bothered of my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And it's okay for you to be bothered. You know, it's okay for you to not like that side of me. But I live for Christ. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. I would not be able to overcome depression and anxiety alone if it wasn't for him. Like, there's a lot of areas that he still to this day continues to change in my life. Just because this person reads the Bible made my day, because it's telling me that God is using me for his purpose. I know I may even lose some subscribers along the way for me talking about God or sharing the gospel in different ways. And it's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, because it's so easy to share something so negative to the public, gossip and about a celebrity or something, and they're like on it. But when it comes to Jesus, they just turn their back. And I'm not here to judge. If you don't want to watch me because I talk about Jesus, cool. If you still want to watch because the way I do my videos, cool. It's your life at the end of the day. It's your decision what you do with your, you know, life. I'm not gonna say like, you gotta follow Jesus. You gotta do this with Jesus. Or you can do that. You can't do this. I am not perfect, and he still loves me as much as he loves you. I'm just basically telling you that I love Jesus. He is my provider. He's my healer. He is my everything, literally. He is my best friend, my love. It's actually my first love. When I first gave my life to Christ, I was 12. And then things happened. Things happen. They always happen, because you ain't perfect. But I came back to him because that's how much I wanted to change my life, not only for myself, but for my future, for my kids' future. So I'm just so glad that he is in our lives now. And I just pray that we stay that way until the day he comes back from heaven. But yeah, you guys, so if you want to unfollow me because I love Jesus, go ahead and do so. You'll still come around because my videos are bomb.com. Just kidding. That's so conceited. But yeah, you guys, if you want to follow me because I want to talk about Jesus sometimes and just share the gospel in different ways, or the way he blesses me, or when I read my Bible, or if I want to share a verse, then you can unfollow me. It's okay. I won't judge you. It's your decision. It's your life, and I'm not gonna tell you how to live it. So yeah, just hope you really enjoyed this video. I feel like I talked a lot and it's going to be a lot of editing, but I really hope you enjoyed this video. It's so nice to talk to you guys this way. It's been a while. I haven't done a sit down video without cleaning and moving so much and sweating. I even feel like doing my makeup and looking all pretty and stuff. Like, I don't want to lose myself with just doing cleaning videos. I really want that relationship with you. You guys are my friends. You guys are my family. I really hope you watched this video all the way. If you didn't, it's okay. I understand. You might be busy. You might be hating, or you might be just I got my question answered. Deuces. But okay, yeah, I'm talking too much. Okay, you guys, I love you so much. I'll see you and catch you on my next one. Stay for the comments.